The sweet, sweet victory, Jesus. I got the victory. Hello and welcome to Common Sense TV. I'm your host, Doctor of Common Sense. I like to address some of the T.D. Jakes apologists, which is nothing but a bunch of perverts themselves. I like to address some of you damn trolls because your daddy used to sneak in the room and put his Johnson in your mouth and you're upset with me. But I haven't seen you address T.D. Jakes. You keep saying there's no evidence. Well, let's start out again because I know you're slow. There's one little troll that comes on here. I think he left about 100 comments. You can tell it's either three things about this particular troll. I usually can tell you, because since I'm a doctor and a psychologist, got my PhD in common sense, and you can tell a lot by people's comments who waste their time commenting over and over on your videos. It says a couple things. I'm going to get to T.D. Jakes, but I like to do analysis on some of you trolls. Because your trolliness don't affect me. You're upset because I've exposed one of your fake leaders. Because you know why? Either you was molested by one of your parents, or your mama's a hoe, or your daddy is snuck in your room and molested you. Your daddy may be your uncle. I'm not for sure. But anybody who goes and leaves comment after comment on somebody's video, but they don't show their real identity, it shows you who they are. Now, some of them says, oh, you're cock-ass while you wear shades. Some have said you're throwing rocks at T.D. Jakes because you're insecure. Some even says that I was a child molester on drugs. The reason I'm talking about T.D. Jakes. Now, anybody who make a comment like that, you ought to know that they have no credibility. I probably didn't take less drugs than anybody on planet Earth. I mean, out of all things you can accuse me of, it being a child molester and somebody who's on drugs. I don't even drink, fool. I don't do no drugs. Matter of fact, I don't even it's very few drugs, even when I'm sick, that I put in my body. So I know damn well you can't be talking about me. But you got to make up stuff because you don't want to address T.D. Jakes. But let's get to T.D. Jakes. Because I know some of you are nothing but a bunch of shut-ins, a bunch of people who's badasses when you're hiding your identity. This is my real identity. This is my real face. I don't have to hide because I don't got nothing to hide. But I'm going to expose T.D. Jakes. I'm going to drag this nigga even more now. You just making it hard on T.D. Jakes. Let's address a couple of things that none of you trolls want to address when it comes to T.D. Jakes. First thing I want to address, because I'm not the one who came up with these accusations. His mentee. Do you know who his mentee is? Manasse. Quote, the Prophet Manasse. He's been exposing T.D. Jakes, even calls him by name. But there was a text message, and I'll let you see the text message. Listen real good, shut in. Listen real good, person whose mama's a hoe and your daddy molested you. And then one lady says that you was playing secular music while you was dancing. You criticizing the bishop. Hey, dumbass. I'm not in the church doing this. This fool is in supposedly the house of the Lord making secular videos. I mean, talking about dancing and walking out in the church. And you comparing that to me playing some music when I come in. Guess what? I'm going to play some more music. And I'm going to call the nigga a nigga. And I'm going to call you out too. You guys have dealt with these little bastards you think you can intimidate by some trouble. I think it's laughable, really. I usually don't even address it. But T.D. Jakes sent a text message. Now, for you trolls, to you people who don't know who your daddy is, to you people whose mamas are hoe, maybe you didn't get the memo. He sent a text message to another man at 2:33 in the morning, saying to him, thinking of you, with a microphone right in that area there. Don't know what he was kind of say, but who sends a text message to another man in the morning saying, thinking of you, with a picture? That's the first thing I want you to address. Because I know you're slow. Know you ain't got no friends. Went to if you're a fella, you probably went to the prom with your mammy or your greasy granny. And if you're a woman, you probably went to the prom with your daddy. And you know you had to actually do something after the prom with your own daddy. But that's not either here or there. The mentee by the name of Prophet Manasse says that some of these predators are so arrogant. They're so arrogant that they think rules don't apply to them. They don't have to abide by the word of God.
And one of the key things with predators are that they're narcissists. They always make everything about themselves.
They said, well, you name calling. You damn right. I'm Old Testament when you call attacking me. I'm Old Testament. I for I, tooth for a tooth. So when Manasse says that TD is arrogant because he calls him TD, this is his mentee, so you can't say he doesn't know him.
So when I see the response of certain people or the response that people are making or even the response of TD, you see the narcissistic behavior.
Same fella he sent the text messages to. But one thing that Manasse said is about these predators and these narcissists is that everything must be about them. You know why he says that? Because T.D. Jakes says that God owes him.
This with bishops and leadership that become so prideful. And
I started giving on that level so that God would owe me.
Now explain to me what he means. God owes no man. He don't have to do anything for you at all. Nothing. He's already done enough for you. But T.D. Jakes thinks God owes him. And he thinks he owes him in the form of money. Secondly, some of you have not addressed the issue. Why would Manasse call him out by name, calls him a narcissist? That's what he's saying in the video. Calls him a predator. He said people are contacting him now. Other people are contacting him. Explain to me why.
You know, I've been getting a lot of messages from people saying, why are you exposing this? Or why are you putting this out? You're hurting the body of Christ. And that's been happening with a lot of other victims that have been contacting me. Just recently today, I've heard from 2 other victims that, so it's just a lot to talk about, that experienced the same thing that I experienced. They were young.
Because he's the kind of fellow who swallows. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallow?
See, that's an anthem now. Everybody is saying it, and you're mad because people are making fun of Mr. Power Bottom talking about have you ever been swallowed up. Now, there's also the little incident of him hanging out with P. Diddy so many times and so many pictures that we can't even keep it up with it. I'll ignore his little dance, him and his wife at the P. Diddy party. I'll ignore that. But why is he hanging out with P. Diddy this many times? I got the victory. I got the victory. I got the singing happy birthday to a predator child molester like P. Diddy. You haven't addressed that. You want to address me. His mentee exposed him. Mr. Power Bottom. Mr. Have you ever been swallowed up? This is the fellow who said he wasn't going to address it. But see, he got you damn fools trying to act as if Mr. Manasse is the problem. He's the victim. And there's so many other victims. Same thing y'all did with Eddie Long. You know why? Because you niggas stupid. I'm starting to think that you some of the, and you get mad. I mean, I could get a monkey to be smarter than this because it's obvious. And some clown was acting as if he was some kind of private eye or something. He was a private eye. And he ain't seen any evidence. Sending a man, if you married any women, would you want your husband, boyfriend, or whoever, sending another man a text message at 2:33 in the morning saying, thinking of you? Would you want your husband hanging out with a known child molester, a known pervert like P. Diddy? Somebody who gets thrills out of making men go down on him. Would you want your, quote, bishop husband hanging out with him? Quit acting like T.D. Jakes was actually telling this man something that has something to do with spirituality. Just like when he was saying swallow up, he had one thing on his damn mind. But I know you're stupid. This is one thing I can tell you about most of you trolls. You're real stupid, but you think you're smart. If you're so smart and you know so, make a video, put your real face, your real name up there, and talk trash. But you don't do that because you're a coward. Just like T.D. Jakes is a coward. He's been hiding behind, trying to pretend like he was spiritual all this time. And you get mad because I'm calling him out. That's what people are supposed to do. If you in the news, if you're a big shot, he's supposed to be the next Billy Graham, I'm supposed to call him out. See, that's why all this fakeness is going around the country, because they got people like, quote, Bishop T.D. Jakes, who I heard it through the grapevine that he got his bishopship with a mail-in, and you had to do something on your knees to get your bishopship. I'm just saying. At least that was somebody else said. But here you are upset with the messenger. You haven't addressed. Notice none of the trolls who try to defend T.D. Jakes, they haven't addressed why he's hanging with P. Diddy. Why did his mentee say that he was a predator, that he was narcissistic? And why was he sending a text message to his mentee at 2:33 in the morning, not the morning, the morning, saying, thinking of you with a picture? It's undefensible. You say there's no evidence. You're too stupid to see evidence. See, you probably need to be done like Paul Pelosi was done when he got busted upside the head with that damn hammer. Because you're too stupid. Maybe that hammer can rattle around your brains or something. See, Paul Pelosi ain't been running his mouth because he got busted upside the head with that damn hammer. Maybe that's what some of you need, because you're so stupid, but you think you're smart. You think your little comments is smart. That's what gets me. T.D. Jakes is the one who did this to himself. Nobody's dividing the church of Christ because he ain't in the church of Christ. See, just because a lot of people join their churches, they do a little missionary work and donate to people, but they talk about it when they do it. I didn't help a bunch of people, but I ain't never came on and talked about it. You got your reward. See, every time they help somebody, they got to talk about it. Why you got to talk about it? Thought you was doing it and working for the Lord. Why you got to come on and say, look at this homeless person I helped. Look at this person You ain't got to talk about it. They got to keep talking about it because that's who they want, men to pat them on their backs. And some of you idiots think you have to defend these fake preachers. First of all, if we just ignore all the perversion of T.D. Jakes, which is very hard to do, I'd like you to explain to me all this jacked up doctrine he's talking about. Oneness Pentecostal, yes, I said it, talking about God owes him. All these fools do is butcher the Bible. And don't forget, T.D. Jakes was talking about defending the whole homosexual movement. He was saying that every person needs to go join the church that will accommodate their benefits. I thought the word of God supposed to dictate what you do.
From Black 185 in our digital community said, do you think, I'm assuming, LGBT community and the Black church can coexist?
Absolutely.
Are gay people also included?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let me push that question, because that's sort of an obvious yes. Church ain't turning nobody away. How should the Black church and LGBT community exist?
I think it's going to be diverse from church to church. Every church has a different opinion on the issue, and every gay person is different. And I think that to speak the church, the Black church or white church or any kind of church you want to call it, are all the same is totally not true. And all gay people are not the same. The types of relationships that are afforded are based on the types of people in each individual case.
Yeah.
And LGBTs of types and sorts have to find a household of worship that reflects what your views are and what you believe, like anybody else. And the church should have the right to have its own.
Sing, Yolanda. But you didn't have a problem with that. You know why? Because you're not spiritual either, and you don't know the word of God either. Don't get mad because I make fun of you. When I know something irritates you, I'm going to make fun of you. And see, I would have left T.D. Jakes a long time ago. I left him alone. But when I saw that it was irritating some of you porch monkeys Some of you freaking real coons, when I saw it was irritating your dumb asses, I kept talking about it. And you think you smart, you think you know something about the Bible, or you think you know something about spirituality, but you don't, because you would have been able to have some discernment to see that T.D. Jakes was a fake long time ago. I been knew T.D. Jakes was a fake. In 2001, when they said he was the next Billy Graham, I thought it was a joke. 2001. That's about 23 years ago. I knew he was a fake then. But you ain't got no discernment, because any damn fool who's trying to defend T.D. Jakes at this particular time ain't got no damn discernment, and they don't know nothing about God. It's obvious everything this man mostly say has nothing to do with God. It's a made-up religion he's talking about. He makes it up as he goes, just like he made up, quote, Jonah being swallowed up, a time of swallowing. Nothing to do with spirituality. It doesn't. So don't get mad because you done ran into a real one. I don't care about what you said, because I'm going to attack T.D. Jakes as long as I want to. And whenever I feel like it. And if you don't like it, that sounds like a you problem. You need to tell your bishop to keep his Johnson in his pants and quit messing with men and young men. You need to tell him to stop hanging around P. Diddy. You need to tell him to stop. What a matter of fact, what about his son? Where do you think his son got this from? I don't care if it ain't his biological son. It's his son. They always hanging out together, right? His son was caught, according to the report, masturbating in front of a police officer. Now, I'm sure he's a spiritual leader in the church now, too. And I'm sure his daughters and everybody's a spiritual leader in their family now because of T.D. Jakes' name, right? Well, I'm going to tell you this right here. I don't remember, and even if you don't agree with everything Franklin Graham says, I don't remember Billy Graham's son constantly being caught in these kind of scandals. I mean, everybody have problems. Everybody got issues. Nobody's perfect. But when you get upset with me for exposing a fraud like T.D. Jakes, you ain't got no discernment. I got the victory. T.D. Jakes is the problem, not me. He's the bishop. Don't the bishop supposed to be held to higher standards? But you're too stupid to know that. Because you too busy worrying about why I wear glasses. I wear glasses because your mama wear glasses. That's why I wear glasses. You say you're cross-sighted and stuff. See, that's the stupidity of some of these people. Because many people didn't saw me online without my glasses on before. Matter of fact, I took my glasses off before the video ended on another video. So it's obvious I'm not cross-eyed, but that's neither here nor there. I wear my glasses because I'm cool as hell. I'm cool like that. That's why I wear my glasses. Like Superman wears his cape. You never see Superman go and do anything without his cape on. You never see Batman solving crimes without his cape. You never see Spider-Man without his uniform on. This is my uniform. See, this uniform right here says he's cool like that. And I'm going to keep them on. You know why? They look good on me, don't they? I'm just saying. Maybe you mad because your glasses don't look like this. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. That's why I wear them. Now, are we done with that one? Because this little skank, some little skank, I don't want to call a name because I don't want to give him no credibility. Some little skank says, you shouldn't throw rocks because you was a child molester and you was on drugs. Your mama was a child molester and your funky daddy who snuck in the room on you was a child molester, skank. You may be able to accuse me of a whole lot of things. There's two things you will never be, matter of fact, it's three things you will never hear me accused of. Unless it's by a dumb, stupid troll who got molested by the father. Child molestation, homosexuality, and drugs. Three things you will never see associated with my damn name. Now, you may see some other things that you may not like associated with my name, but those three you will never see associated with my name. No man's going to come and say, I was sleeping with the doctor of common sense. Nobody going to say, I used to smoke crack with the doctor of common sense. Nobody, no young underage girl going to say, I was molested by the doctor of common sense. That ain't never going to happen. But can you say the same thing about your daddy? Can you say the same thing about T.D. Jakes? Can you say the same thing about Joseph Biden? So you can say the same thing about Barack Obama, another one of y'all heroes. Funny thing about it is some of these, quote, tough guys have heroes who likes to wear butt plugs. Heroes who likes to hide the sauces. How can that be your hero? Your hero is, you may as well be Fleece Johnson, the booty bandit. Technically speaking, Barack Obama and T.D. Jakes are the equivalent of a Fleece Johnson with more prestige. He just says it. He's a nasty piece of trash, and he just says it. But you guys are praising these the booty bandits. You are praising these down lows, and you get mad when a real one calls you out. Sound like a you problem to me. I ain't your problem. Your problem is that you got the wrong kind of hero. So you should have been looking to Jesus. I dare you say something about Jesus. You don't know Jesus. I know him better than you know him. I can guarantee you that I know him better than you know him. Well, you said a profanity. You play a non-church song. If I open up your closet and tell you and see all the things you've been doing, not like years ago, you've been doing in the last 3 months, I guarantee you all kind of bones be flying out. But see, you can't take it. What you mad about? Who would get this mad about me talking about and stating what people have said about T.D. Jakes, showing you text messages of T.D. Jakes, showing you pictures of him hanging with P. Diddy? Who would get mad about that? Let me tell you who would get mad about that. Some freak pervert. Some shut-in pervert who probably don't even get out the house to see the sun. See how beautiful this sun is out here? This is God's light. I just love it. Loving being out in the sun. And to notice that the ones who talks the most trash is saying, you stupid, I'm gonna listen to you. You done gave me like 50 comments, 100 comments. See, if I didn't like a mofo, if I didn't care for somebody, if I thought they were stupid, I would not listen to them. But you listen because you are pain free. You like me talking about you. This is what I found out about a lot of trolls. This is why I don't like to call their names. I understand that you like pain because your daddy and your mammy have inflicted pain on you when you was younger and you never got over it. You got to learn to turn the page. You got to learn to turn the page. You're trying to fight a psychological warfare that you cannot win because you're not mentally built for it anyway. You're a mental midget. And what you like to do is go around and sling and try to hide, throw a rock and try to hide it. I'm not hiding. Hello, this is my face. I'm not hiding. You're upset because I spoke about T.D. Jakes and you have not disproved it. Quit saying ain't no facts because you don't want to see facts. I bet you the same dumbasses who says that there was Russian collusion. You're the same dumbasses who said it wasn't Hunter Biden's computer. You're the same dumbasses who think that Joe Biden's cognitive decline has not already occurred. You probably think that you're doing good under Joe Biden because you're so unintelligent, but you think you're so smart. Quit going into thesaurus, looking up words you don't even know the meaning of or using them out of context and thinking you're ashamed of somebody's dumbasses. You don't have a life? Because if you were so smart, what you could do is you say, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go make a video and put all the facts about T.D. Jakes, how wonderful he is. But you haven't done that. And T.D. Jakes won't defend himself. You know why he won't defend himself? Because he's guilty. He got up in the pulpit with his hands shaking, saying, if you come here looking for me to address a lie, you can log off. And then he goes about trying to get people copyright strikes on YouTube because he's guilty. That's why he's doing it. So don't get mad at the messenger. And I'm going to keep dragging your fake bishop because that's what he is, a damn fraud. Just like I told y'all in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 23, 24, that Barack Obama was a fraud. I saw that clown from the very first time I saw him. I said he's suspect, he's a down low, and he's a Manchurian candidate with a fake marriage. And fake children, by the way, because they ain't even his children. Michelle Obama ain't never been pregnant. So put that in your peace pipe and smoke it, clowns.